No new friends, football fans. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hit the ball and I look for the open man.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And now running right through it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see. Yeah, spot it right at midfield at the 50. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Bridgewater now from the 50. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Fournette, a first down carry. He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, here's Prescott. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second down, Prescott. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
36, 47, 26.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Prescott down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Sweat, sweat and eight. Sweat, sweat and eight.
Prescott from the gun. And an alley to run. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He finds Humphries. And down inside the 15 he goes. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steelers. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here go 46, 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
47.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. This will be caught at about the 6. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Let's go, get out, get out.
Now Bell. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Got it.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he's flushed out right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The pitch to Fournette, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Delta.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Fullback try and push the pile. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Under.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
A second down throw for Prescott. Quick hitch, complete. It's Brown. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
To throw is Prescott. It's caught. Humphries. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. The give is to Bell. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here we go, 46. Go, get out there. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. From the red zone now, Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46. Switch is 8.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
To the air again, Prescott. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Dewan Smoot with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And that is no good. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Switch. Switch and A. Switch. Switch and A. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cole. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. To throw, Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. To throw is Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning, it's Benjamin. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Prescott. It's complete to Brown, right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. Prescott to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Here's Prescott, and he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First down, Bridgewater. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, gotta go.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Delta. Set. 20.
Second down, Bridgewater. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he pushed it right. It's no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Washington.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Prescott on first down. Oh, Prescott stripped. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A second down throw for Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets them 8. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores. Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win? Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way. And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly. In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity. All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right? I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason. It's deep in there, right? And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it. One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Artie Burns, former 1st-rounder, there to break that one up. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half. And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great. Bell sheds him off. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
56, Mike, 56.
Switch and edge.
First down, Prescott. On the left side, it's McDonald. Skirts by at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A give to Bell. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
Get out.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, 4 down. Got it. What do you think?
56. Check 56.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Well, Prescott here to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. It's Cole. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Bridgewater on 1st down. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.